Hello YouTubers, this is the Mooney here today, and I wanted to show you guys essentially what I got recently, the Nintendo Super Famicom. I essentially got a couple games first, and after that I saw on eBay a seller wanted to sell his Super Famicom for like 30 bucks, so I did that. And it came with a controller, but it didn't come with the AC adapter, so then from another seller I got an official Super Famicom AC adapter, and that came in over 7 days later, and I got that in, and then I tested out the system. It works great, but until then I would play the games essentially on take it apart with a tool that I have to take the screws off and put it in an empty SNES cartridge case, screw it back in together, and then put it in an SNES system that I borrowed from my boyfriend. But recently, yes, I got the Super Famicom, and I have really been enjoying the games that I've been playing on it. The one that you kind of saw in my hand, pardon me for saying the names incorrectly for Japanese, but Bishouju Senshi Sailor Moon Kondo wa Puzzle de Oshioki yo. So, as its title implies, this is a puzzle game, kind of like a twist, kind of similar, I would say, to like the Puyo Puyo series, but it adds like a couple other extra things. You can play as the inner or outer senshi for your character, or even Tuxedo Mask. And on the screen itself, you'll have you're on the left side, and on the right side will be either the computer or a second player. If you wanted to play with another individual, then you could be able to do so. Essentially, it's your goal is to get these 3 charms within the game, and then you complete that level, and then you go on to the next other Sailor Scout or your next opponent to beat all the other ones that you didn't choose to be as. So if you chose Sailor Moon, then you would beat Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and all the other ones, and then you would win the game that way. But they each have their own like powers, so they can be able to stop you, or not stop you, but kind of slow you down in trying to get their charms first, so that you can be able to have the upper hand and win the game. I've really enjoyed this game. I think I've beaten 4 or 5 of them before. I keep getting stuck after the 5th one, but this is lots and lots of fun. And if any of you guys are collecting for the Super Famicom in general, because if you take it apart and put it in an SNES cartridge, it will work the same way too. I would definitely get this a go, especially if you like Tetris and Puyo Puyo. A really great game to play. The 2 other ones that I have are going to be also Sailor Moon games, and then after that I'll go into something else. But then this next one, let me see here, because I have it on my phone what its title should be. Bishouju Senshi Sailor Moon, I think it's just called. It's this one right here, and I really like this one for the fact that you can play as different characters, of course, within the game. You can play with a second player. That's what I like also. But essentially, it's a beat 'em up game. You have your standard attacks, and you have kind of a powered up attack that you hold a button down to release one. Then you have like a combination attacks with B and Y to unleash an attack. And it's just lots of fun. You gain more HP by being able to go around and kind of picking up the food items off the ground that are on the ground. Like it could be like a slice of chocolate cake or a candy piece or something off the ground, and it restores a bit of your HP. In the settings, you can be able to extend your lives essentially, because I think it can go from like 1, 3, and 5, and I normally set it to 5 because I kind of die a lot. But it's still lots of fun. I do love the background settings for the game. Some of them will be weird and wacky and just fun and interesting, like a candy kind of theme with like cake and stuff and candies. It just reminds me of so much of Usagi. It's probably whenever she's dreaming of food and sweets and stuff. It's just lots of fun. Some of the bosses are within each of the main levels and stuff can be pretty tricky. There's one that's in the beginning that's just difficult. If any of you have been playing that game, then you know what I'm probably talking about whenever I say the blue cat thing. But It's lots of fun. I would say give it a go if you can, if you do like beat 'em up games. Another one that I haven't played much of yet, and I just kind of started, it's actually an RPG, and this one is going to be Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon Another Story. I remember before that I was playing the ROM of this game, and then to actually have a physical copy of it, I'm really happy to have. I know online there's people that have put English subtitles, or even you can buy the version of the game to where it has the English subtitles and stuff to it that people have added. But this is just the full-on Japanese one with no modifications for any of these. But I can't wait to delve more into this. But so far, I've been enjoying the games that the ones that I've picked up so far. This one, I had to change in the settings because I was really bad at it. This one's called Pretty Guardian. Before, I think difficulty wise you can go from 1 to 8, I think that's what it says, because when I switched it from 4 to 1, it was manageable for me then to defeat my opponents, because before I was just getting clobbered, honestly. So that one's pretty much fighting game as well. Yeah, I mean, pretty much that one's just a standard fighting game. I don't even remember how many characters you have to pick from it, like 6 or 8 to choose from. But it's pretty decent. One that I really like that I do have is Ranma 1/2, or half. Ranma half is the fighting and the background, just overall the smooth transition with the attack buttons and everything with this game is awesome right here. I still need to watch the anime because I honestly haven't. But it is on my to-do list. A game that I played a bit on the Project Mirai DX, which I kind of told a bit before, kind of with the Sailor Moon puzzle game, is Puyo Puyo. So I have actually 2 of those games here. And on my phone I have it saved where it should show it. Its title is this one's called Super Puyo Puyo. And I played a little bit of that one, and then Super Nazo Puyo Rulu no Rock. Okay, I don't know how to say the last part, but it's another Puyo Puyo game. And the only one, though, honestly, that I've played a bit is this one. I just tested out this one for a little bit. But I knew instantly that I was going to like those games if I liked it a bit on Project Mirai DX whenever I played a bit of that. This one I got from a friend. He had a duplicate of this one, and so he gave me his duplicate. This one's Dragon Quest VI. And I'm really to have this also in my collection. But no, yeah, I think the only thing is whenever getting something personally from eBay or any type of Japan system is just to be aware of the power adapter, because a lot of times, of course, you just don't want to use whether you live in Europe or North America, the adapter that you have here, and try to use that for a Japan system, because you can make the system not work anymore. But this one, it shows here, and I just kind of put short Famicom there. That was me. But I wonder if you guys can see it. AC 100 volt, 50 to 60 hertz, 18 volt. DC 10 volt, 850 milliamps. It says here plus minus at the bottom, because some other ones like my Sega Genesis one I think has it to where it's minus plus for it. But yeah, this was the adapter I was waiting for over a week, and I was happy that it promptly came, and it works fantastic for it. So yeah. I wanted to ask, have any of you collected any Super Famicom games or any Japanese games pretty much in general, and if so, any games that you think would be awesome to play that I haven't heard of or don't own and would highly recommend kind of looking into. I'd really like to see what you guys think or what you recommend. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks again as always for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye guys!